Update 2. The wedding is still on, but with a twist. Thanks to everyone who read and responded to my original post. The DMs, the advice, the support, it honestly helped keep me sane. Now, let me tell you what happened next. After the betrayal, I didn't just sit around and cry, though, trust me, there were nights I did. I wanted closure. No, more than that, I wanted clarity. And maybe, just maybe, I wanted them to feel even an ounce of the pain I did. So I spent a week planning. I reached out to Claire's best friend, Mia. She always had my back and never really liked Eli. I told her everything. The screenshots. The night before the proposal. Everything. Her reaction. Fury. And something even better, alliance. Mia helped me orchestrate it. She kept talking to Claire, pretending everything was normal, acting excited about the wedding. Meanwhile, I called the venue. I told them the wedding was still on, but I needed to make some adjustments for a surprise reveal. And oh, was it going to be a surprise? I spent the next 2 weeks collecting everything, the texts, the photos, the receipts. I turned them into a presentation. Not like a boring PowerPoint, no, this was cinematic. I used voiceovers, screenshots fading in dramatically, time stamps. I even found footage from the hotel security cameras that showed Eli and Claire checking in. Petty, maybe, but I wanted the truth to be undeniable. Then came the day, what was supposed to be our wedding day. Claire thought we were doing a private, vow-sharing event before the big celebration. Only a few close family and friends were invited to this part, including Eli. Perfect. She showed up in a white dress. Smiling, nervous, probably thinking this was some deep romantic gesture. I stood up, held her hand, and said, "Before we make any promises, there's something I want everyone to see. About honesty, about loyalty, about love." And then I played it. The entire room watched in stunned silence as her texts popped up on the screen. Her laugh, her selfies, her messages to Eli, his replies. Some people gasped. Someone's aunt actually screamed. Eli turned pale. Claire, she crumbled, face in hands, crying. I ended the video with one simple sentence. This isn't a wedding. This is a funeral, for the lies I believed, the trust you buried, and the future you killed. And then I left, walked out of the venue while people were still frozen in place. Later that night, Eli's fiancée, yes, he was engaged too, which I didn't even know, found out everything. Through me, I sent her the full package. She left him the same night. Claire has been blowing up my phone ever since. She says she's ashamed, broken, and doesn't recognize who she became. She wants to meet, says she needs closure, that she still loves me. But I don't think I ever really knew who she was to begin with. I didn't do all of this to be cruel. I did it because silence protects the liar, not the betrayed. I did it for every person who's ever been cheated on and told to just move on. I am moving on, just not quietly. Update 3. Where I am now and what I've learned. It's been a few months since the not wedding. Life didn't magically fix itself the next day. After the explosion, there was silence. That uncomfortable, empty kind. But honestly, that silence was a gift. Claire hasn't tried to reach out in the past few weeks. After her last desperate attempt to meet me, just to talk, I blocked her. No drama, no goodbye, just peace. Eli, still a ghost. Mutual friends have told me he moved back to his hometown. Apparently, he lost his job not long after. His fiancée sent screenshots of the affair to his company's hour. Turns out, cheating on your partner with your best friend's bride doesn't sit well in a workplace that values integrity. Claire moved out of our apartment. I gave her a deadline and she met it. I walked in a week later and stood there in the empty space where we once planned our future. I cried, not for her, not even for what we lost, but for myself, for the version of me that believed love meant blind trust. That version deserved better. I've been in therapy since. Best decision I've made. I didn't realize how deep the betrayal cut, not just from Claire, but from Eli too. You start questioning everything after something like this. Was I not enough? Did I miss the signs? Was it my fault? Here's the truth. It wasn't my fault. And if you've been through something like this, it's not yours either. Cheating is a choice, a conscious, selfish one. And people who make that choice while looking you in the eye, sharing your bed, and planning a life with you. They never loved you the way you loved them. But you know what? That's their burden now, not mine. Where I am now, I've reconnected with old hobbies, music, running, reading actual books instead of scrolling through wedding Pinterest boards. I went on a solo trip to the mountains. Just me and the silence. It was beautiful. I also met someone. No, not in a romantic way. Just a stranger who became a friend. We met in a bookstore, argued over which thriller author was overrated, and ended up talking for hours. She doesn't know the whole story yet. And maybe she won't for a while. Because for once, I'm okay being alone. I'm rebuilding, not just a life, but a self that's stronger, wiser, and a hell of a lot more awake. Final thoughts. If you're going through betrayal, let me say this. You are not weak for hurting. You are not foolish for loving. And you are absolutely not broken beyond repair. I thought exposing Claire and Eli would bring me closure. And it did, but the real healing, that came from choosing myself every single day after. So yeah, I gave her the perfect proposal. But in the end, I gave myself something even better. Freedom.